Hello everyone, Douglas Waltz, Old Man Comic Book Reviews. We're coming at you with a short stack. This weekend was free comic book day. We took the ladies, Sophie, Theo, their parental units to free comic book day and got a bunch of free comic books. It was great. So because of that, apparently we only get 4 comic books. And there's a little surprise over here. We'll do that last though. First up we have Venom and Moon Knight. It's not really Venom and Moon Knight, it's Moon Knight number 23. And I'm not keeping up with Moon Knight, so I don't know what's going on there. Our writer is still Jed MacKay, and our artist is still Alessandro Cappuccio. So Moon Knight is going to help Venom, and Venom is Eddie Brock's kid now. So he teaches him how to fight. They have to fight these bad guys, these mercs that are coming to get him. The artwork's gorgeous, as always. He never messes up on the artwork, which is kind of nice. But like I said, I don't keep track of Venom, so I don't know what's going on or why it's a kid now. But it was a good issue. Good, plain, simple issue. If you haven't read Moon Knight, shame on you. What do we got next? Barbarella number 3, The Center Cannot Hold. I like this artwork. I figured it out by going to the back here. It's Derek Chu. Gesundheit. No, sorry. Alright, so the writer is Sarah Hoyt. Artist is Riccardo Bogani. Barbarella has found out that her little critter friend, Vin, I think is his name, Vix, oopsie, is actually part of these people called the Architects. And they will just destroy any race they come across, so they've got to figure out a way to stop the Architects. It was cute when she does sneak into the temple to get Vix back. She just is coming on to the guards, and the guards like it. A little love power working there, so that's kind of cool. Also, there is an ad for the new Betty Page comic coming out. And my youngest son will have to read because it's written by Mirka Andolfo. So we'll see how it goes. That last one wasn't great, but this looks pretty cool. All right, number 8. Excuse me. I hate this place. I took him up to number 8 before we got to time shenanigans. Kyle Starks is our creator-writer. Artyom Topolin is our creator-artist. When last we left our young lady who went through with her girlfriend's evil father, they went into some energy thing and they were flung into the far future. And now she's got to go back and save the day, knowing what she knows and to stay away from the Horned Man. So, it's a great book. We'll just have to see how it goes. I don't know how many more issues we're going to get. They never tell us. There is a lovely article about the use of time travel and horror that's in this as well. Yeah, this is a great book. Final issue so far. Looks like a final issue. It smelled like a final issue. Number 6 of Flesh-Eating Cheerleaders from Outer Space. It's a bigger page count. It better be a bigger page count because he charged $6 for it. So. Alright, story and script by James Mastia. Art is Philippe Abando. And we're coming to the end. The aliens are in 2 different factions. One faction wants to eat all the people in the world. The other one's like, we should get along with the people in the world and maybe find something else to eat. Maybe stop possessing all the cheerleaders. It's hilarious how they do the clothing on things that get in the way of showing you full frontal nudity. There's like the ripped shirt, but the flecks of cloth have stopped any nip slip, as it were. So this is a great book. It reminded me of an old B movie. If you haven't read it, I'm sure it'll come out with a trade paperback now that it's over. We might get a second one because they always leave them hanging. It's one of those the end with a question mark. So that's great. So those are the 4 books today that we have from this week. But I got one last thing. I traded in some monster cards and got a credit so that I could get the giant volume 1 of the Sandman Mystery Theater Compendium 1. Look at the size of this thing. I'm already about halfway through it. This was a great book when it first came out. There are 70 issues altogether. This has the first 36 of them and the annual. Reminds me of when they would just the things in this comic book, you'd never get away with half the things that are in this comic book. It's just, back when Vertigo was a really good subsidiary of DC. Now they're calling it DC Black Label because it's got, well, disturbing things in it. They also put the Sandman Universe Classics because it does count. He has bad dreams, and one time we do see Dream with his weird looking freaky helmet. So this is a great book. Normally it would have been $59.99. I traded in the monster cards, so I got $75 for that. So this cost me nothing, and I still have $15 in credit. So who knows what I'll get? You never know. So great book. I already mentioned to Sophie and Fia what we did this weekend. We went to the free comic book day, got some great books. Went to a bin store on the way back. It's where they put different stuff in these giant bins and you just dig through it and find stuff wicked cheap. So that's pretty cool, right in the same thing. So, as I always tell everybody, you know, there's lots of ways to read comic books. You don't have to pay money. I mean, I do go to Fanfare. Who are moving across the street in July? New building. That'll be exciting. Bigger building, more stuff. It's funny, you have the entire staff and they all said the exact same thing. There's going to be so much more room for storage. That's what they're excited about. Not that they're getting their own break room, not that they're getting their own bathroom, not that there's going to be a public restroom finally after decades, but storage, because they get a lot of stuff in because they do a lot of trade and stuff. So in the meantime, if you, like I say, if you can't read, go to the store and get these. Just go ahead and you can read them at the library for free. You can go online and read comic books for free. There's always a place to read a comic book. Next week is supposed to be a lot more than this, so anticipate that. And I'll see you next week and go read a comic book.